after an extremely impressive win over Zach Makovsky. You just out-grappled one of the best grapplers in the division. Are you the best flyweight to not fight Demetrius Johnson yet?
Absolutely. Yes, I am. Somebody just asked me, who do you fight next? Somebody in the top 5, and I was like, I've already fought everybody in the top 5. So
So you're ready to go straight for the champ?
no, you know what? I'm ready, but I'm not ready. I need more time in the octagon. I need a little bit more time, and I will be ready. You can guarantee that.
So you've been fighting in the UFC for 2 years now. What's the difference between the Dustin Ortiz we saw tonight and the one that we saw 2 years ago?
The one 2 years ago was just go, 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 go. The one right now is I've been here, I've done this, and I need to slow myself down and make all the right moves at all the right times. This fight right here was my career fight. If I lose this, I'm starting from the very bottom and working my way back to the UFC. So this was a blessing from above to say, hey, you deserve to be here. Let's buckle down and get on top of this and go for that championship fight.
Dustin, were you surprised you were the underdog in this fight heading into this one? You feel like you've kind of been overlooked a lot in your UFC career.
I have, absolutely, but I've been an underdog my entire life, so it's nothing new. Pushes me to go harder, a little bit smarter each and every single time, so I'm ready for whatever.
How did you feel right before the scores were read? Did you feel you were done enough? And when you heard that it was a split decision, what's going through your mind?
You can never be so sure with some of these judges, but I just believed in my mind. I knew that I had the power to just believe that I did more than he did. I controlled more times. And I was just praying, that the judges saw that I wanted it more. And I felt like you could see that. Then the transitions and stuff, he kind of settled down, where I was like, no, I'm not going to settle here. I'm going to land an elbow. I'm going to land a punch. And I'm going to keep moving. So I felt like I had it hands down in my mind.
Your style is incredible, scramble-oriented, and you just mentioned the judges. You've had a lot of close and a lot of specifically split decisions in your career. Do you ever give any mind to switching your style up and trying to work just more straight top position, more straight striking? Because all of your fights just end up in the turtle position and rear naked choke battles within 90 seconds, it seems like.
Yeah, I love to get in there and just start scrapping. You know what I mean? And I actually did for this fight camp. It was short notice, a lot shorter than I would like, to be honest. And so I went out to CSA, Combat Sports Academy, there in Dublin, California. And I know that Henry Cejudo and his team was out there after the Tough show. They went out there and they trained with Kieran. And so that's what I did. The next day, as soon as I got the fight notice, said, let's go work, let's give up everything that I'm doing, because I'm working a job right now, and I'm going out there and I'm training with these guys. So I mixed it up. I went out there and they're a straight Muay Thai gym. Of course, they have grapplers and wrestlers and things of that nature, but they're known for their Thai. So I went out there and it was there. I haven't been fully in it for long enough, for it to really snap and to bring it into the octagon. So that's what I was telling this gentleman earlier. I just need more time, more mat time to get in there and let it go and truly believe that I'm here. And this was a step that it took to show me that I am.
Was that your first full-time fight camp where you weren't working the other job and just focusing on improving your skills?
No. I've had, when I was training at Rufus Sport in Milwaukee, Anthony's fighting tonight. I was training with his camp. And for some of those UFC fights, I was carpet cleaning at night, and then I'd train all day and go do that. But I made it here and I committed myself 100% to the UFC, and that's when I beat Justin Scoggins. That's when I beat Ray Borg, 2 undefeated fighters, people forget about. And hey, they're the best of the best right now in my eyes, So those were times that I set aside work and I was all in. And look, I beat 2 undefeated fighters. So when I'm 100% all in, that's when I'm here. So this was one of them.
Sorry, you mentioned going with the new camp for this fight. Is the plan to stay in California, for your camps going forward, or are you going to kind of figure that out after this fight?
Yeah, absolutely. This was a step to say, hey, you need to recommit yourself 100% to being in a certain area. So I loved it out there. It's beautiful out there. They have everything right there. They offer tremendous coaching, tremendous training partners, and all the above. So I want to get into a place that really fits. I'm still kind of searching, to be honest, but I loved it there. So I'll be back after this camp, or after this fight.
One of the guys you saw in your corner was Gaston Bolanos, who's for Lion Fights, the top guy. How much has he sort of helped you, in this fight?
He was right there this whole training camp. He was right there yelling at me, kicking me. I mean, that kid is, I'm gonna call him a kid because he's 24 years old. He's a savage, and he was right there the whole time pushing me, strength and conditioning, cryotherapy, everything that it took to put this camp together. He was right there, so of course he's gonna be in my corner, and I could hear him. I just wasn't letting go like he wanted me to, so it was a little frustrating. But for being in the first time, I heard him clear as day, and it was amazing.
First time fighting in Canada, how was it?
Man, I love it here. I love it here. I wasn't expecting such a big crowd the first fight. You know, I've never been the first fight of the night, and they brought it, so it's been amazing so far.
When did the commission tell you about your beard that you had to trim it, and what was the reason they gave you?
I believe it was right after weigh-ins. I sat down with them, and they said that you couldn't pinch it, and I said, you know, you're not allowed to pull hair anyways, so what's the big deal? And they weren't arguing with anybody. So I just, you know, I'm a gentleman. I follow the rules and I get the job done. I shaved it up and I'll grow it right back out.